Hey, how's going on people? SUPER-GTOR here, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you all the information we have about Red Dead Redemption 2 as of right now. The information that I'm going to show you in this video is not confirmed yet, so do take a grain of salt, but it is most likely true. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like under this video and also consider subscribing to my channel, because I will reveal all the upcoming information about Red Dead Redemption 2 on this channel. But now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into things. So to make things easier, I will break the information into different categories, and let's start out with the settings of Red Dead Redemption 2. In April of 2016, a leaked map of Red Dead Redemption 2 appeared on the internet. This map was later confirmed by TechRadar, stating that they had a source close to the development of Red Dead Redemption 2. Not only that, but when the RDR2 trailer was released, most places shown in that trailer did correspond to places existing on the leaked map. So let's take a look at some of these places. As you can see in this scene from the trailer, we see a range in the distance. We also see a mountains range all the way back, and as you can see there's a train track, and as you can see on the map here, well, there is also a range in the distance. The mountainous range and the train track also match too. So everything makes sense here. You can see in this scene an oil field, and it is located on some kind of waterfall, and we see behind it some hills, and here on the map you see the Heartland oil field, and we also see a river going through that oil field, and we can also see some kind of hills just west of that location. In this scene we see those 7 outlaws riding towards some kind of mountain, and if we take a look at the map, we see very similar locations on the map. The mountainous range behind is the Grizzly Mountains, and the trees look like Cumberland Forest, and the steppe where the gang is currently riding looks like the Heartland. These two images are the same location. We can see that by the cliff that has a very interesting shape, and they're both located in Roanoke Valley that you can see here on the map. The size of this map will be 1.5 times bigger than Red Dead Redemption, and the Blackwater region or county that was featured in Red Dead Redemption will come back in Red Dead Redemption 2. Another thing that proves the relevance of that map is that in Blackwater, Red Dead Redemption, we see street signs named after locations from Red Dead Redemption 2. Because Red Dead Redemption 2 was based off of Southwest Texas and Northern Mexico, and because the map is moving east, Red Dead Redemption 2 will be based off of Eastern Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas, which is pretty interesting. And that location on the leaked map called New Bordeaux would be then the in-game version of New Orleans. Now I've talked about the location, let's now talk about the people living here. The main information that we have about Red Dead Redemption 2 characters comes from the poster. So if we take a look at that poster, we see that most of the characters shown in that poster are from Dutch's gang, the gang where John Marston, the protagonist of Red Dead Redemption, was a member of. So on the far left of this poster is John Marston. The character to the left of the central character is Dutch Van der Linde, and the character on the right of that central character looks like Bill Williamson, and the character in the middle that looks like he's leading the group will be the protagonist, or at least one of the protagonists, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. But we still have 3 other people that are on the poster. Well, according to the community, the unknown character right next to John Marston is Jack Smith, a character from Red Dead Revolver. The other outlaw looks like Landon Ricketts, or he might be the second protagonist. And the native looking American guy on the far right will be the third protagonist. Another thing that proves that this is Dutch's gang is a post from a confirmed Rockstar employee going online by the name of Rockstar Faggot. He stated that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be a tale following Dutch's gang and will have multiple protagonists, and that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. So this is pretty interesting. But the identities of those three characters are not confirmed yet, and the debate is still going. Also, in this scene, we can see a man walking with his game on the back of his horse. Well, this guy might be a character from Red Dead Redemption called Uncle, and he might be returning to Red Dead Redemption 2. So what I think that it could be true. Again, he looks a little bit younger than in Red Dead Redemption, but if Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel, then it kinda makes sense. So if you consider that Red Dead Redemption 2 is about Dutch's gang, that it's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, that took place in 1911, but Jack Smith from Red Dead Revolver will be a part of Red Dead Redemption 2, because Red Dead Revolver took place in the 1880s, we can assume that Red Dead Redemption 2 will occur between 1889 and the beginning of the 20th century. Now if we take a look at those outlaws riding away, well, obviously we see that these are not the people from the poster, but we can still see that the central character looks like the central character from the poster, our supposed first protagonist. The character on the left to him might be the native looking character and our supposed second character because of his Cherokee legging. The other outlaw are just unrecognizable, so we can't say anything about them, but the outlaw on the far right end of the scene looks like a female outlaw, and in that case, well, it might be Abigail returning from Red Dead Redemption, where she was also a member of Dutch's gang, so that makes sense. Now that's everything we know about Red Dead Redemption 2 characters, so let's move on to the wildlife. In the RDR2 trailer we saw a lot of animals, but so far we have seen elks, rats, sheep, deers, coyotes, rabbits, crows, white egrets, turkey vulture, we have seen herd of cows, we have seen different races of dogs, this little bird is a cardinal, we also saw bisons, and of course horses. But the most interesting thing is that, in contrary to Red Dead Redemption, we saw animals interacting with each other. Like in this scene from the trailer, where we can see a rabbit eaten by a coyote. And another thing to pay attention to is that we will see older and younger animals, like in this scene where we see a baby bison. Okay, now let's move on to the weapons we'll be using in Red Dead Redemption 2. We're not entirely sure about what weapons we'll be using in RDR2, but we expect all the weapons from Red Dead Redemption to return, and we also expect Rockstar Games to add new weapons to their collection. The good thing about Red Dead Redemption 2 is that, unlike GTA 5, it won't have devastating weapons like the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, all those heavy machine guns and all that stuff, meaning that the online mode of that game could be more equitable. Also, due to the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 will have more of that Native American influence, and we'll talk about that later on in the video, expect to see weapons used by the Native Americans, such as the bow and arrow, a different sort of tomahawks, coming to RDR2. So that's everything we know about the weapons we'll be using in Red Dead Redemption 2. So now let's talk about the new features coming to RDR2. As I've said before, RDR2 will be more influenced by the Native Americans. We know that because in this scene of the game trailer we see Native Americans in a canoe, and we can also see a dreamcatcher. In addition to that, we see that certain locations on the lit map of Red Dead Redemption 2 have Native Americans names, like for example Cahuta, that in Cherokee Indian means the mountain that holds the sky. And Strangely enough, this location is located on a mountain, and all of that kinda makes sense. That scene with Native Americans in a canoe also means that in RDR2 we should be able to swim and canoe. And by looking at this outlaw, we can assume that dual wielding will be coming to RDR2. But again, these are just speculations that we have based off that trailer, and these aren't confirmed yet. What is confirmed, however, is this post from a Rockstar employee, another Rockstar employee, where we can see customizations for Native American looking outlaws and Western American looking outlaws, meaning that we should see more customization options in RDR2. But it could also confirm that Native American looking outlaw is indeed one of the protagonists. Also in the trailer we can see that the game looks beautiful, and Rockstar have really made better graphics than in GTA 5, which is obvious but is still worth mentioning. So the only thing we have to cover is the online, and the only thing we know about the online is that there will be an online mode. And according to the same post of that Rockstar employee, aka Rockstar Faggot, the online mode won't be released when the game is released. It will be available a bit later on, like with GTA Online. But we'll expect RDR2 to be the best game released in 2017, and personally I'm really hyped about it. But unfortunately it's all I have for you today. I'm sorry if my voice is a bit raspy. I know that's because I'm really sick today, but I really had to do this video. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you people think in the comment section down below, and also consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out on any upcoming information about RDR2. But I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.